Can I build a 3-ply dimensional lumber beam to span 24 feet? If not, what should be used for the application? It is for a 20-foot by 24-foot pergola. The potential plan would call for two 20-foot outside beams, supported by 3 6x6 posts each. To span the gap, would be 3 parallel beams 10 foot on center, at 24 feet in length. All material, pressure-treated pine.
Hi, I can help. Can I get back to you a little later this morning when I get to my office? Thanks. Is there any way you draw a rough sketch with some dimensions? I want to make sure I have your configuration correct. You can attach this sketch to the chat window with the icon in the toolbar. If you cannot scan the sketch, you could take a close-up picture of the sketch with your phone and attach that. What type of roof will be on this structure? What city and state do you live in so I can look at possible snow load? I am going to switch over to the Q&A format and we can continue with the email process. When you come back online, just reply to this last email. Use the email account that you gave to JustAnswers to tell me you are back. You do not need to rate any answer yet until we are complete and you are satisfied. Thanks. Our chat has ended, but you can still continue to ask me questions here until you are satisfied with your answer. Come back to this page to view our conversation and any other new information. What happens now? Or, you can reply to me using the box below. I am here to help when you come back online. Let me know if you still need help.
Attachment 2012-1103_080722_scan_doc0003.pdf. Yes, I still do request an answer. I've attached a scanned image, overhead view with posts at corners and posts in center of the two short sides. Each grid square equals 8 inch by 8 inch. The roof would be one of two likely designs, with rafters parallel to the long dimension of the frame depicted in the sketch, and 16 inch on center. Roof option #XXXXX, arches built by halves of 2x10 or 2x12 lumber with a ridge plank in the center, tied together by full length 2x4 perpendicular to rafters. No sheathing, no cover, roof option #XXXXX, gable design roof with same orientation for the arches of 2x8 or 2x10 lumber, tied together by full length 2x4 perpendicular to rafters. No sheathing, no cover, this would be built in Washington County, Maryland.
If your roofing is basically going to be open, I did not use the 30 psf snow load form the code, I assumed a 10 psf live load and a 10 psf dead load. Is my assumption correct that the roof will be open and not hold any snow? For this condition, you would need to use 222x14 Southern Pine, number 1 grade, beams for the two outside 24 long beams. Or you could use a quadruple 2x12 Southern Pine, number 1 grade beam for the two outside 24 long beams. If you are going to have a ridge board with arches, or a gable roof, why do you need the middle 24 long beam? The sketch you attached was great, thanks. I am not sure I follow the description for roof option number 1, arches built by halves of 2x10 or 2x12 lumber. Could you possibly provide a rough elevation sketch of the roof section for your two options? I want to make sure I have your configuration 100% correct before I size your members. Before we get started, I'd like to point out that a professional engineer's standard of care typically includes a site visit to assess field conditions and get an overall understanding of the structure. This can obviously not be accomplished through the internet. The information provided here is meant for planning purposes only, general sizing and budgeting, and is based on the information provided by you. All loading cases considered are for vertical loads only, no lateral analysis has been completed. The information should be verified by a professional engineer who can visit the site to ensure that potentially important information has not been overlooked or omitted.
Attachment 2012-1103-165008-arch-roof-pergola.pdf Attachment 2012-1103-1650-104-gable-roof-pergola.pdf Attached are both rough sketches. The shaded portion is the pergola roof design, and the unshaded roof is a nearby existing house roof. I'm only comparing the existing house roof for aesthetics, and no other purpose. Grid squares are still the same at 8 inches by 8 inches. This span is the 24-foot dimension. The arch halves would be hand-cut from 2x lumber and combined at the center with a ridge plank. Thank you for your assistance. As for center 24-foot beam, that is only something I like to do to add stability for potential future use, not necessarily for current structural need.
For your 324 span beams, you would need to use triple 2x14 Southern Pine, No. 1 grade, beams. I looked at your gable roof attachment, that shows the gable roof is supported on the 20 long walls, 2 10 spans on each side with a ridge board. The 20 long walls, 2 10 spans, can be triple 2x10 Southern Pine, No. 1 grade, beams. The rafters spanning 12 between the ridge board and 20 walls can be 2x8 Southern Pine, No. 1 grade, members, and they can be spaced at 24 inches OC. You will need to provide rafter ties on each roof rafter at the level just above the 20 support wall level so that they act like trusses. I will not be able to advise you on the arch roof pergola members cut from 2x10s or 2x12s. Analysis of arched members is beyond the capabilities of this forum. You will need to have a local engineer detail your connections, check your lateral stability, and determine foundation requirements.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.